Kirill Dmitriev, the head of the Russian Direct Investment Fund, RDIF, has stated that the BRICS countries might discuss the possibility of creating the organization's own cryptocurrency as an alternative to other payment systems. This fits in with existing preferences, where the BRICS member states prioritize payments made between the countries in their own currencies. Another topic discussed by the Financial Committee was cryptocurrencies. The creation of BRICS cryptocurrency as an alternative to other payment tools might also be discussed. However, cryptocurrencies are also being discussed as one of the possible options for financial settlement. For particular payments, it might be quite relevant and serve as a good alternative to the dollar or any other currency. We estimate that the mutual investments of the BRICS countries might see an increase by 3 to 4 times due to such instruments as BRICS New Development Bank, Dmitriev said. The Chinese regulator has cracked down on the use of bitcoins in China and has banned the use of cryptocurrency crowdfunding methods, leading to a global slump in the price of the digital coin this week. China also announced a regulatory clampdown on initial coin offerings, ICOs. Many new startups in China have been relying on ICOs as a means to raise funds by selling off new digital tokens to the market, partly as they find it hard to borrow money from China's state-owned banks, who are essentially wedded to China's state-owned companies, and find it hard to support small businesses, a continuing entrepreneurial issue in China. There is demand. Total ICO investments in China have reached over $1.2 billion. Russia's President Putin has also called for more regulation in the cryptocurrency market, although Russia has also been exploring plans to launch the crypto ruble. Using cryptocurrencies as settlement tools amongst trading blocks makes a lot of sense, says Chris Devonshire Ellis of Dezen, Shira and Associates. The currency can be jointly regulated and managed and, if necessary, used purely as a government, rather than private sector tool, alleviating security concerns. There is growing demand for less dependence on the U.S. dollar and its cumbersome, political, and expensive trading infrastructure. We will see an alternative currency develop, and I foresee several cryptocurrencies being issued within trade blocks in the future, with ASEAN being a primary example of a need for this sort of settlement tool. All the BRICS nations have been critical of the dollar's dominance for different reasons. Russian officials have been championing de-dollarization to ease the pain from sanctions. Because of sanctions, Russian banks have been unable to use SWIFT, the global messaging system that enables bank transactions. And the West froze Russia's $330 billion in reserves last year. Meanwhile, the 2022 election in Brazil reinstated Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva as president. Lula is a longtime proponent of BRICS, who previously sought to reduce Brazil's dependence on and vulnerability to the dollar. He has re-energized the group's commitment to de-dollarization and spoken about creating a new euro-like currency. The Chinese government has also clearly laid out its concerns with the dollar's dominance, labeling it the main source of instability and uncertainty in the world economy. Beijing directly blamed the Fed's interest rate hike for causing turmoil in the international financial market and substantial depreciation of other currencies. Together with other BRICS countries, China has also criticized the use of sanctions as a geopolitical weapon. Although talk of a BRICS currency has gained momentum, there is limited information on various models under consideration. The most ambitious path would be something akin to the euro, the single currency adopted by 11 member states of the European Union in 1999. But negotiating a single currency would be difficult given the economic power asymmetries and complex political dynamics within BRICS. And for a new currency to work, BRICS would need to agree to an exchange rate mechanism, have efficient payment systems, and a well-regulated, stable, and liquid financial market. To achieve a global currency status, BRICS would need a strong track record of joint currency management to convince others that the new currency is reliable. A BRICS version of the euro is unlikely for now. None of the countries involved show any desire to discontinue its local currency. Rather, the goal appears to be to create an efficient integrated payment system for cross-border transactions as the first step, and then introduce a new currency. Building blocks for this already exist. In 2010, the BRICS Interbank Cooperation Mechanism was launched to facilitate cross-border payments between BRICS banks in local currencies. BRICS nations have been developing BRICS Pay, a payment system for transactions among the BRICS without having to convert local currency into dollars. And there has been talk of a BRICS cryptocurrency and of strategically aligning the development of central bank digital currencies to promote currency interoperability and economic integration. Since many countries expressed an interest in joining BRICS, the group is likely to scale its de-dollarization agenda.